So today we got a quick little project, 02 Civic. It's the LX, so it's got power door locks, but it doesn't have a keyless option on it. So I decided I wanted to do that, and so what I was going to do, I just went on eBay. And I was going to buy the cheapest keyless kit I could find. Found the kit like with a module, both and two remotes for like less than $20. So I was going to get that, but then I just happened to stumble upon somebody while I was searching the some wiring diagrams. A couple guys just took and got a factory module out of the keyless car and wired it in pretty simple. It's only 4 wires. So I figured, well, that'd be the better option, so let's do that. So I got that out of the junkyard with a pigtail. I picked up a couple brand new keys off eBay for less than 20 bucks. Fobs, not keys. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, well, let me backtrack. I found a few videos on here covering this topic, but they were really bad videos. So it's a really simple thing, but I just want to make it a little more illustrative and just a little more clear to follow. So anyway, the first thing I'm gonna do is, this pigtail is really short, so I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna extend all 4 of these wires that way, because I haven't taken it apart yet. I really don't know where I'm gonna place this at or anything, or how much wire I'm gonna need. So I'm gonna put about a foot on each wire, and then we'll start taking the car apart and go from there. So we're in the car now. I've got the pigtail harness lengthened. Plenty of extra wire. So I've got the head unit and AC controls out. So let's go over the 4 wires you got. First one's a white and a red. So this one's gonna go to, I've got it here going to my yellow on my head unit. So this one's gonna be a constant 12 volt. So next you got your yellow, and that's going to go to a switch 12 volt, which I'll put on my red one. Let me go and show you. So our yellow is our constant. See here it says battery. So obviously I'm going to do it here to this aftermarket radio sub harness. You could do it to factory harness just fine. Actually, I might do that just to make it more permanent. Either way, but so your yellow one is constant 12 volt, your red one is a switched 12 volt for your ignition source. So let's look at the black, and black is just ground. So basically this is pretty standard. Power, switch, ground. The only one that's going to be like a signal for, or actually the lock mechanism is going to be the blue one. And where that one goes is, there's an unused connector here with that same blue and orange wire. So we're going to pull that loose, cut the connector off of that. We'll wire that blue one, that blue wire to the blue one on our harness to our module. And everything else is going to be pretty standard stuff. So, so I think I'm probably going to mount my module. I'll probably maybe zip tie it here to this bundle of wires. It's got to be somewhere that's going to be, you don't want to put it directly behind the radio because it might hit it. So that's my plan on it. That's pretty well going to break it down how to do it. I'm going to go ahead and get started on it, and then I'll show you what I've got. I'm not going to show you the whole process. I left my good soldering iron at work. This one I've got is really slow to heat up, so it's going to take forever to do these few little wires here, but we're going to get it done, then I'll show you how we did it. Okay, I just want to give you guys an update where I'm at. So I figured out what I'm going to do. Okay, this is where my radio harness plays in. I unplugged the radio harness. It's the part that goes from the car harness to the actual head unit, to the adapter. So I'm going to wire everything to the OEM, the car side of this harness. That way everything is going to be permanent, and if I go changing head units later, I don't have to worry about it. I want it to be an integral part of the car as if it was OEM. Okay, so this wire here, this is where I cut that connector off. Okay, so this is the connector I cut off. This is a 2-wire connector. It's a single wire in there. That's that blue and orange one that matches up with our module. Okay, so our blue wire from our module is going to go to that, Everything else is going to go to this. Okay, so what I did was I skinned these wires back. There's 3 of them. One's ground, one's constant 12 volt, and one is switched 12 volt. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and solder my wires into these. And so there's 2 ways you can do it. You can solder it, electrical tape it, but I'm going to pull actual, that's why I've got this pulled back. I'm actually going to take the pins out of the connector. That way I can heat shrink these once it's done. That way I know it's done right. So I've got the first one done. I want to show it to you so you can see how we done it. So, and actually the wire that ended up being that we connect, this is our white wire off our module, which is actually white and red. And what's funny is where we connected it to on the car is white and red. So we've got it soldered in. So now we pulled the connector out of the terminal out of the connector. So now we'll come back and we'll heat shrink this. This will be a nice OEM quality. Well, probably not OEM, because I don't know where they really do this kind of thing at, but it'll be a nice quality permanent, well, I can't say repair, but a permanent solution. We'll do all of these. So everything will be nice. It'll never come loose. Soldered, heat shrink, so it's protected. You don't have to worry about electrical tape coming off or anything arcing out or anything. It's going to be a nice setup. So I'll do these other 2. So one's for the ground. And for the ground, you could really ground to the chassis if you wanted to, or however you want to do it. Okay, guys, I've got the wiring part finished up. Car's still taking apart here, but I've cycled everything. I programmed the remotes and everything's working, but I didn't button it up yet. Putting everything back together because I wanted to show you exactly what it looks like when I'm done. I'm not going to show you how to program the remotes. I'm not too good at explaining that kind of stuff. There's some good channels. One I found on here was called Program Your Remote. Very straightforward. Okay, so let's take a look, and we're gonna I'll show you everything and give you another complete rundown. Okay, so we've got our module here. I zip tied it to this bundle here because this should be out of the way once we put all this stuff back in. I don't want anything getting pinched. So our connector goes in here. I'm going to tidy all the wiring up, but essentially our blue wire, which was blue and orange, remember I extended these so they're not exact same. Our blue and orange wire went to the single wire gray connector. I cut the connector off, and it's a blue and orange wire too, and we connected the blue straight to that. Our other 3 wires were the black, the white, and the yellow. Okay, so this is we got aftermarket radio. This is the harness that came with the radio. This is our adapter harness that connects an aftermarket radio to the factory radio plug. Like I said, you can connect it here. That's easier for you. Just unhook this so you can see again. So this connector, I pulled these lock tabs out. I pulled the wires out. Again, you don't have to do this, but if you want to solder and heat shrink these together, you need these pins out of this connector so that you can slide the heat shrink on. You can do it with them in the connector. You'll just have to electrical tape them, or you can do it, like I said, they've got some splice connectors. However you want to do it. I don't recommend stripping them, just twisting the wires together and electrical taping. That's not the right way to do it. This yellow and red wire goes to our yellow wire for our module. Okay, on the harness here, the black wire goes to the black wire on our module. The white and red wire goes to the white, or at the module, our white and red wire. Very simple. 4 wires to hook up total, and it works. Okay. Everything works as it should. Okay. Okay, guys, very straightforward there. Like I said, there was a few videos kind of talking about this on here, but nothing really detailed and doing it what I consider the right way, a good permanent install. So that's it. Like I said, the Best video I found for programming the remotes was called Program Your Remote channel on YouTube. It's like a 2-minute video, really straightforward. But yeah, I think I've got none of my local yard. If you can find one of these, a car like this in the pick and pull, you'd be doing really good. None of my local yards had anything, so I just ended up having to buy this module and the pigtail off eBay. I think I spent like 50 bucks in that alone, and I spent maybe, it was less than 20 for both of these remotes. These are brand new aftermarket ones. So I've got about maybe $70 in it. I didn't have to buy anything else. I already had all these supplies, wire and stuff here, so you can do it cheaper. Like I said, for 20 bucks, I found a universal module and key fobs, which I was gonna do, but you know, I thought this would be a nicer, more OEM style install. You'd have the OEM style fobs instead of, if you got the aftermarket unit and you've lost or damaged fobs, you know, I don't really know which ones you would get to go with it versus this. My car has OEM fobs, so if I lose one, it'd be easy to get a replacement. So yeah, that's how I've done it on this one. Tell me what you thought about it. If you've got anything, different ways you would have done it, any suggestions, you know, let me know. And if you got any questions, let me know. I've tried to be as detailed as possible, but sometimes I leave some things out, or if you need me to clarify something, surely just ask away. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.